Hi guys, welcome back to another edition of Max and Nicky 1000th Time Reactions,
where we react to a song after listening to it for our 1000th time.
We release 3 videos a day, every day, so please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our
amazing content.
That's right.
On this episode, we're going to be listening to Just the Way You Are by Billy Joel. Definitely have listened to this song thousands of times, actually, but for all intents and purposes, we'll call it our 1000th time.
Well, we'll call it our 1000th time.
Or our 1000th time.
Right, but certainly not our 1000th time.
It's a great song off a great album called The Stranger, but before we get to that, just want to remind you all that we have another YouTube channel called Max and Nicky, on which we perform oldies, tunes, jazz standards, and originals in that vein. And we also have comedy videos on there as well. So check that out if you so desire.
But for right now, let's take a listen to Billy Joel's Just the Way You Are.
For our 1000th time.
Here we go.
Don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me down before. Don't imagine you're too familiar, and I don't see you anymore. I would not leave you in times of trouble. We never could have come this far. I took the good times, I'll take the bad times. I take you just the way you are. Don't go trying some new fashion. Don't change the color of your hair. You always have my unspoken passion, although I might not seem to care. I don't want clever conversation, never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are. Need to know that you will always be the same old someone that I knew. Oh, what will it take till you believe in me the way that I believe in you? I said I love you, that's forever. This I promise from the heart. I couldn't love you any better. I love you just the way you are. I never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are.
God, it is so good.
What a mean solo there by Phil Woods.
Phil Woods.
Or is it Phil Wood?
It's Phil Woods.
Yeah.
He is such a great saxophonist.
I mean,
that.
just again,
Not only the
another
bridge
example
solo,
of-
but the end solo as well.
right. No, not only the solo that's in the song.
Another
but within
example
the
of a song
structure,
that-
but the end as well. Yeah,
Utilizes
jazz as part of. I mean, look, late '70s Billy Joel used a lot of jazz kind of stuff.
Sure, you check out the song Zanzibar. He has Freddie Hubbard, famous jazz trumpeter
52nd
on
Street
there.
has a lot of, I think I want to say, because maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in New York back in the day, 52nd Street was known for jazz clubs. Am I correct in saying that?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was
Anyway,
somewhere in
but
the 40s.
this song
maybe.
is so well
I could be
produced. This song is so well produced. You have the keyboard that starts it all. Sounds really classic, but you have all these other instruments that come in that create this really slow groove. But there is a groove to it.
Right,
You
the
have
bass doesn't come in until a bit later.
You have two acoustic guitars, double track acoustic guitars that are on each side of your ears.
and then I love how there's these background vocals that kind of just creep in there, and then the strings creep in,
and it kind of does this melding thing.
Yeah, it does this melding thing that it almost kind of overtakes the vocals, but they're actually just blending together.
But then the vocals come back at you. It's so well done, but the vocals are very like in the back, but they hit you just right. You know?
It creates this effect of. Almost sounds like they keep singing forever. I'm like, how do they sing that long? But I think they just kind of probably, do this staggered, breathing maybe or something.
Well,
or they're probably taping together tape or something like that.
But this is so well done, engineered and mixed. I mean, there's a lot of space for every voice and instrument to be heard very clearly in this. And it just creates just a real beautiful song. The story goes that Billy Joel didn't think very highly of this song. I think he just was like, oh, this is just kind of a throwaway song. And
what is he
crazy? Played it for Carly Simon and Carole King, I believe. And they were like, are you kidding? This is a hit. This is your next single. And they urged him to release it as a single. And they were right. It was a hit. Sometimes the songwriter, him or herself or themselves, they don't realize the power of the song that they wrote sometimes.
Sure.
Probably because he was writing so many hits at this time that, Moving Out was on this album, The Stranger, Vienna, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. There's a lot of hits on this album.
Moving Out, otherwise known as
Anthony's
song. But also, I just want to say...
This might be my favorite Billy Joel song.
Just the Way You Are. I don't
Zanzibar.
believe... I'm not sure if he's still... He doesn't normally play this in concerts anymore because it was such a...
It was written for his first wife.
And...
They had such a pretty...
I think it was...
Tumultuous
breakup, but... But not just that, it doesn't mean what it meant to him anymore.
But it does.
So he feels like he can't perform it. But I think very recently he started performing it again.
We saw him live a few years ago, and
did not perform
we were
it.
kind of bummed that he did not play this song. He played every other hit. He played even Zanzibar, which is our personal favorite.
At the time, that was not... I mean, it's known for Billy Joel fans, but it's not his most popular by any means, although it's become pretty popular on TikTok recently.
By the way, something that, I don't know, maybe people notice this, but Billy Joel is quite a lyricist. He knows how to, he's like a poet for the working man or something like that. It's like he's not using all this sort of flowery, language, but he says the right words in the right spots, and it's truly poetic. I don't want clever conversation. I never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are. What a beautiful lyrics, right?
Right. He's kind of telling that person, hey, don't put it on the airs for me. Like I
just want somebody to talk to. It's so great. He's such a good lyricist, and this is not the only example of his strong lyric writing skills.
Sure.
Billy Joel. Oh, by the way, this song, you talk about jazz influence. I believe this album is produced by Phil Ramone. I'm just going to look that up real quick just to make sure about that. But
I just also want to mention Phil Woods, by the way, who is a well-known jazz saxophonist and session musician. He plays on a lot of other albums of recording artists, but he actually ended marrying Charlie Parker's former wife, or I don't know if they were actually. I'm not sure if they were actually married, but and then ended up raising kind of Charlie Parker's adopted daughter, I guess, something like that. Anyway, there's a relationship there to Charlie Parker. So the history of jazz is,
sure,
but you can say is part of this song.
But
in a way.
Phil Ramone, though, he produced this album, and he worked with a lot of jazz musicians prior. In fact, I believe he engineered the Gets Gilberto album.
Is that true?
Yeah, I just read that. We did a reaction video to The Girl from Ipanema a couple days ago, and you can look at that reaction video if you want. But Phil Ramone, who produced this album, actually engineered that album.
Oh, he engineered that?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But he did work with a lot of jazz musicians, and he was actually a violinist himself. And so I think he had just a good ear for adding jazz elements into songs. Mm-hmm. But I think that's also some of Billy Joel's input as well.
Oh, most definitely. I'm sure Billy Joel's input's in there. Anyway, I think we've said all we could about. Well, no, we could keep going. Actually,
sure. I mean, this is really truly one of my favorite songs.
Why don't you keep it going in the comments? Actually,
yeah. Let us know how you feel about this song.
Anyway, that'll do it for Just the Way You Are by Billy Joel.
If you like what you heard and saw today, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ding that post notification bell to find out about more Max and Nicky reaction videos.
Please keep tuning in.